When people talk about HVAC UTVs for 2026, they're really talking about one thing: staying comfortable while you work and ride, no matter if it's freezing, blazing hot, or pouring rain. Today we're counting down our top 5 factory HVAC UTVs on the market for 2026. All fully enclosed, all with heat and air conditioning from the factory, and all ready to work. Let's get into it. Number 5. CFMOTO Uforce U10 XL Pro Highland. Kicking things off at number 5 is the CFMOTO Uforce U10 XL Pro Highland, a long-name UTV that's quietly bringing a lot of value to the HVAC game. Up front, you've got a 998 cubic centimeter 3-cylinder liquid-cooled engine making about 88 horsepower and 69 pound-feet of torque, paired to CFMOTO's OmniDrive CVT with high, low, neutral, reverse, and park. For a work-focused HVAC UTV, that's plenty of power to haul, tow, and still cruise comfortably. The Highland XL rides on high-clearance A-arm suspension up front and double A-arms in the rear, with about 11 inches of front wheel travel and 10.4 inches out back. Ground clearance comes in around 13 inches, so it's not afraid of ruts, washouts, or snow berms on the way to the pasture or the lease. It rolls from the factory on 14-inch cast aluminum wheels with CST tires, 29 by 914 up front and 29 by 1114 in the rear, giving it a planted stance and decent sidewall for soaking up chatter. On the utility side, the Uforce Highland XL brings a 1,000-pound cargo bed rating and 2,500 pounds of towing capacity with a 2-inch receiver hitch ready to go. Fuel capacity is 11.8 gallons, which is solid for a full day of work. Inside the cab is where the Highland earns its spot on this list. You're getting a fully enclosed cab from the factory, full doors with power windows, a power glass tip-out windshield with wiper, sliding rear glass, and a roof with headliner. From the factory, it comes with HVAC, heat and air conditioning, so you can seal the cab up and stay comfortable in any season. Manufacturer's suggested retail price lands around $27,499 for the Highland trim, which undercuts a lot of the big-name brands while still giving you a full-size 6-seat HVAC UTV with good power and serious standard features. Number 4. Kawasaki Ridge XR Deluxe HVAC. At number 4, Kawasaki comes in hot with the Ridge XR Deluxe HVAC, a UTV that leans harder into refinement and power than almost anything else in this class. Under the hood is the headline, a 999 cubic centimeters inline-4 engine, making about 116 horsepower and roughly 73.8 pound-feet of torque. That inline-4 layout is unique in the HVAC utility world and gives the Ridge XR a smooth, almost automotive power feel with plenty of pull. Power runs through a CVT transmission with high, low, neutral, and reverse, feeding selectable 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive with locking front and rear differentials for when things get slick or steep. Suspension is long travel double wishbones, front and rear, with about 12.7 inches of travel at each corner and roughly 13.8 inches of ground clearance, giving the Ridge XR enough stroke and clearance to handle rough 2-track, washouts, and small whoops without beating you up. From the factory, the Ridge XR Deluxe HVAC runs on 14-inch aluminum wheels with 30 by 1014 Duro tires at all 4 corners. A true 30-inch tire package that helps with rollover clearance and ride comfort while still keeping steering predictable. Utility numbers hold up too. You're looking at 1,000 pounds of cargo bed capacity and 2,500 pounds of towing, so it absolutely belongs on the farm or job site, not just on the brochure. Fuel capacity is about 12.9 gallons, which pairs well with that efficient 4-cylinder for long days without refueling. Inside the cab is where Kawasaki really flexes. The Ridge XR Deluxe HVAC has a fully enclosed cab with framed doors, power windows, a well-insulated interior, a modern TFT display, and a full HVAC system. Heat, AC, defrost, and vent. Designed to feel almost like a compact truck. Manufacturer's suggested retail price sits just over $29,000 for the XR HVAC models, with the Deluxe trim adding nicer seating and additional comfort touches on top. Number 3. Polaris Expedition XP5 NorthStar. Number 3 on our list is Polaris's adventure-focused HVAC rig, the Expedition XP5 NorthStar. This one blends utility with long-distance trail and overland riding. Power comes from a 999 cubic centimeter ProStar 1000 twin, making about 114 horsepower, hooked to Polaris's PVT transmission with high, low, neutral, reverse, and park. Suspension is a big part of the Expedition story. The XP5 NorthStar runs Fox 2.0 Podium QS3 shocks with position-sensitive spiral technology, giving you around 14 inches of front travel and up to 15 inches of rear travel, backed up by about 14 inches of ground clearance. From the factory, this trim ships on 30-inch Pro Armor Trekker tires, 30 by 10 to 15 in the front and 30 by 11 to 15 in the rear, mounted to alloy wheels. That tire package helps the Expedition stay comfortable on rocks and choppy terrain while keeping traction strong in mixed conditions. On the utility side, you're looking at 2,000 pounds of towing capacity, a 600-pound dumping cargo box, and an overall payload rating of about 1,160 pounds, so you can haul passengers, gear, and still pull a small trailer behind it. Fuel capacity is 12.5 gallons, giving you solid range in the backcountry. The NorthStar cab is full-blown comfort, fully enclosed with frame doors, power windows, tip-out glass windshield with wiper and wash, heat and AC with zone and temperature control, plus Polaris's ride command display, and a factory JBL Trail Pro audio system on many trims. Manufacturer's suggested retail price for the XP5 NorthStar sits in the mid-$40,000 range depending on trim and options, which puts it squarely in premium territory. But you're getting a machine that can do work all week and then head out loaded for an overland trip on the weekend. Number 2, Can-Am Defender XT, Cab HD11, and HD11 HVAC family. In the number 2 spot, we've got the Can-Am Defender XT, Cab HD11 part of Can-Am's HD11 HVAC family that also includes max and limited cab models. The heart of this machine is a 999 cubic centimeter Rotax Ace triple cylinder engine making 95 horsepower and about 70 pound-feet of torque, running through a P-Drive QRSX CVT with work-focused tuning and drive belt protection. The XT Cab HD11 rides on arched AA arms front and rear with roughly 12 inches of suspension travel at each end and 14 inches of ground clearance, giving it a nice balance of stability, comfort, and obstacle clearance. From the factory, you get 14-inch cast aluminum wheels wrapped in XPS Trail King 2 tires, 29 by 9, 11 by 14 all around, which are a good match for mixed farm, ranch, and trail use. Utility numbers are strong. The Defender XT Cab HD11 brings about 2,500 pounds of towing capacity, a 1,000-pound cargo box rating, and roughly 1,200 pounds of payload capacity, depending on exact trim. Fuel capacity is around 11.9 gallons, so you're set up for long days without constant trips back to the barn for fuel. Inside the XT cab, Can-Am gives you a fully enclosed cab with full glass windshield and wiper, full doors with locks and electric opening windows, rear glass, a full hard roof with headliner and dome light, and heavy-duty skid plates and bumpers. HVAC gives you heat, defrost, and AC, so you can run this Defender all year long. Starting manufacturer's suggested retail price for the 2026 Defender XT, Cab HD11 comes in right around $29,999, while the more feature-packed Defender Limited HD11 with bigger 30-inch XPS Track Force tires and upgraded audio and infotainment systems steps up into the mid-$30,000. If you want a work-first HVAC UTV with a very refined cab and lots of factory options for different bed and seating configurations, the HD11 Defender family is hard to beat. Number 1, Polaris Ranger XD 1500 NorthStar Edition. In the top spot, our number 1 HVAC UTV for 2026 is the Polaris Ranger XD 1500 NorthStar Edition, the heavy-duty bruiser of this list. This machine is built around a 1,498 cubic centimeter ProStar 3-cylinder engine, making about 110 horsepower and 105 pound-feet of torque. Some of the biggest numbers in the utility UTV space right now. That power runs into Polaris's steel drive automatic transmission, which uses a wet clutch and geared final drive instead of a traditional belt-only setup. The focus here is durability, smooth shifting, and quiet operation when you're in and out of gear all day. Suspension is independent AA arms front and rear with about 12 inches of travel and a massive 15 inches of ground clearance on most NorthStar trims. From the factory, the XD 1500 NorthStar Edition rides on 15-inch aluminum wheels with 30-inch Kenda Cross Trail tires, 30x10 to 15 up front and 30x11 to 15 in the rear. Where it really separates itself as a workhorse is capacity. You're looking at a 1,500-pound cargo box rating, a huge box volume, and 3,500 pounds of towing capacity off the 2-inch receiver. Fuel capacity is about 13.6 gallons, which helps support long days of towing and hauling without constantly topping off. The NorthStar cab takes comfort to a high level. Fully enclosed with frame doors and power windows, tip-out glass windshield with wiper and wash, roof liner, interior lighting, and a full HVAC system with heat, AC, defrost, recirculation, and multiple airflow settings. Many trims also add ride command plus connectivity, premium JBL audio, overhead switch panels, and work lighting around the vehicle. Manufacturer's suggested retail price for the Ranger XD 1500 NorthStar Edition starts around $40,999 and climbs into the mid-40s for the higher Ultimate and Mountaineer trims, which is premium money. But you're getting one of the most capable, comfortable HVAC work UTVs available right now. Honorable mentions. Still HVAC, still worth a look. Even though this is a top 5 list, there are 2 HVAC UTVs that are too important not to at least shout out. First is the Polaris Ranger XP 1000 NorthStar Edition. It runs an 82 horsepower ProStar twin, 14 inches of ground clearance, and a 1,000-pound cargo box with 2,500 pounds of towing capacity, plus about 1,275 pounds of payload on many trims. Fuel capacity is 11.5 gallons, and it typically comes with 27 to 29-inch Pro Armor X-Terrain tires on 14-inch aluminum wheels, depending on trim. Second is the Can-Am Defender Limited HD10. It uses an 82 horsepower, 976 cubic centimeter Rotax V twin with about 69 pound-foot of torque, paired with a Pro Torque CVT. You get a fully enclosed cab with HVAC, smart lock front differential, upgraded audio, and a big 10.25-inch touchscreen on newer models. It rides on 15-inch aluminum wheels with 30-inch XPS TrackForce tires from the factory and brings strong towing. Typically 2,500 to 3,000 pounds, depending on configuration, plus around a 1,000-pound cargo box rating and about 10.6 gallons of fuel capacity on many HD10 cab trims. Every one of these machines brings a fully enclosed cab with heat and air conditioning, serious towing and hauling numbers, and enough ground clearance and suspension to actually use them in real off-road conditions. Which HVAC UTV would you pick for your driveway, farm, or hunting lease? Drop it in the comments, hit subscribe, and stick around. Side by Side We Ride has a lot more coming your way.